Hello everyone. So today we will be discussing about the connective tissue and the nervous tissue. We've already discussed the first two types in the previous slides and now we will discuss the other two types. So starting with the third type of animal tissue, which is called the connective tissue. So this type of tissue is basically made up of living cells which are loosely spaced. As we can see in this image as well, these cells are loosely spaced. A gel-like substance which is called matrix is fibrous and fills the spaces between the cells. These cells connect various body organs and their main function is basically to bind, pack and support different organs in the body. In this slide, we can see different types of connective tissues. The first one is the loose connective tissue, which are divided into two categories, adipose and areolar tissues. The second one is dense regular connective tissue, where tendons and ligaments are examples. The third one is bone connective tissue and the fourth one is cartilage connective tissue. The last one, but not the least, is the fluid connective tissue describing the blood. We will go in details about these types of tissues from the next slide onwards. Starting with the first type of connective tissue, which is called loose connective tissue. So these type of connective tissues have fibers and cells which are loosely arranged. The blood vessels, nerves and muscles all have loose connective tissues. It is divided into two types which we had discussed in the previous slides as well. The first one is adipose, which we can see in this image as well. So adipose acts as a shock absorber around the kidney and eyeballs and regulates body temperature. It also serves as a fat reservoir. This type of tissue is found below the skin and in abundance and also between the internal organs like around the kidney. The second type of connective tissues are called areolar. So this type supports the epithelium and also it supports the repair tissues. We can see the image of this type of connective tissue here. It is found between the skin and the muscles, around blood vessels and nerves, and fills the space inside the organs, hence supporting internal organs. In the first picture, which is this, it is shown the detailed picture of adipose tissue and the part where it is present, which is below the skin. The second picture, which is this, shows the detailed picture of areolar tissue and the part it is found that is below the epithelium in the form of lamina propria supporting epithelium. Now coming to the second type, which is called dense regular connective tissue. So the word regular here means regularly oriented fibers. This is also divided into two types, ligaments and tendons. So ligaments are highly elastic, have great strength and connects two bones. The second type, which is tendons, have great strength but have limited flexibility and binds muscles to bones. In this picture of muscles of arms, we can see that the tendons and ligaments are present in muscles of our arms. In this slide, we will know about the third connective tissue, which is bone connective tissue. So this type of tissues are usually strong and also non-flexible. This is porous in nature and also the matrix of bone is rich in salts of calcium and magnesium such as phosphates and carbonates of calcium and magnesium. It forms the framework that supports the main organs of the body and also anchors muscles. It also protects the main organs of the body, which can be brain, lungs, etc. The picture shows the detailed structure of tissue and the bone. Now coming to the next type of connective tissue, which is fluid connective tissue or blood. So this type of tissue helps in connecting different parts of the body and also helps in maintaining continuity. Blood has different cells which performs various functions and move in a fluid called blood plasma. The cells, also called the blood cells, includes the red blood cells, the white blood cells and the platelets. Now coming to the last type of connective tissues, which are cartilage connective tissue. So this type of tissue has cells which are widely spaced. It also helps in smoothing the bone surface and provides flexibility to body parts. This type of tissues are found in ear pinna, as we can see in this image as well. So this ear pinna has the cartilage connective tissues. Apart from this, it can also be found in nose tip, intervertebral discs, end of long bones, lower ends of ribs and rings of the trachea, which is the windpipe. Last type of animal tissue is the nervous tissue. These are highly specialized cells which are known as neurons. The same is indicated by this image also. So these neurons have the ability to respond to the stimuli and transmit it very rapidly from one place to another within the body. The brain, the spinal cord and the nerves are all composed of nervous tissues. In the next slide, we observe the structure of neuron and its parts. Now we will study about the neurons or the nerve cells in detail. So the nerve cells functions by receiving stimuli from within or outside the body and sending signals to different parts of the body. It has 3 parts, so we will study about each and every part through this diagram. The very first part is called the cyton or the cell body. It has nucleus at the center and cytoplasm. In this image, this yellow part is the cyton having the purple part which is nucleus. This nucleus presents at the center of the cyton. Now coming to the next part, which is hair-like structures, which is also called dendrons, and further branching are called dendrites. So these helps in serving the purpose of receiving impulses. In this image, we can see that these hair-like structures are the dendrons and the further branching of these hair-like structures are called dendrites. So now coming to the third part, which is axon. So this axon is also called the nerve fiber. It is the single longest part of the neuron. In this image, we can see that this part is called the axon. This axon takes the impulses away from the cell body. Many nerve fibers bound together by connective tissue make up a nerve. Nerve impulses allow us to move muscles when we want to. The combination of nerve tissue and muscle tissue is very fundamental to most of the animals. This picture of The brain shows the example of a neuron. Hence, we come to the end of all the types of animal tissue and their subtypes. For more such videos, enroll yourself with Cerebral Science Academy. You can also contact us at our phone number 9311 517934. You can also email us at info.cerebralscience@gmail.com. Thank you.